Gully Patani Road. We can actually not travel anymore because there are armed robbers, alleged armed robbers and kidnappers on the way. So we are stuck here.
Gunmen and all that security brouhaha we had in the east. Hello guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Z, and on this channel I do stuff from skincare to hair care and vlogs around Nigeria. Now the festive season is upon us, and let me be the first to say Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance. Now, as you all know, it's not good news that Nigeria has been saddled with a lot of security issues, especially the eastern part of Nigeria. Now, I took a journey from Owerri to Benin in the last couple of days, and I decided to share my experience with you guys. One thing you understand is that a road trip in this time and age in Nigeria should be like your last resort, especially when it has to do with some certain locations, because I mean you hear a lot of kidnapping with ransoms, adoption, killing, and all sorts of vices in Nigeria today. So people have jokingly said that when you're traveling by road in Nigeria, be well or do well to have your ransom money with you in your pocket. And it's no joke. Like traveling by road, it's actually not as fun as it used to be anymore during this festive season. I mean, no one can tell you not to come home. And with the hike in the prices of airlines, have you seen the price of airlines lately? It is hilarious. So I mean, a lot of families cannot afford to transport their whole families by air at this time and age, but they want to go by road. These are 5 things that might be able to keep you out of trouble as you journey to the eastern part of Nigeria. 1, be mindful of the vehicle you enter. You have a lot of akanelu. Akanelu are people that will stop on the road to pick any passenger. They do not complete their passengers at the park. You do not want to get involved in all those kind of petty people, because I mean you never can tell what kind of passengers they might be picking from the road or who they've had a prior arrangement with. So go with reputable transport companies like God is Good, GUO, even ITC. A lot of these companies have a no pick up on the street protocol or policy, and then if for instance for any reason the driver derogates from that plan, then you can report that person to the company. But most often than not, the buses are actually filled to the brim before they take off from the park. So you're most definitely certain, and you're not picking up any stranger from the road. The second thing to actually watch out for is the time when you're traveling. Be sure to leave with the very first bus, because they say that a stitch in time saves 9. Because of the traffic on the road, the bad roads as well. As you know, Nigeria isn't blessed with the best roads in the world. The best thing you can do for yourself if you have to go by road is to leave on time. Say you leave Lagos by 6 o'clock, you're certain of getting here, all things being equal, before 9:04, or even at most before 10 p.m. Now talk about when you leave by 10 p.m. When will you get home? So in my own opinion, I feel like leaving with the first bus is actually the best spot of call in this time and age. 1, you get to beat the traffic. 2, you get to move out before maybe the hoodlums wake up. So yeah, that's another reason. The third thing to also note, half of the kidnappings or adoption that we see happen on the highway happen most often than not as a result of maybe the car broke down or something happened, and then they had to stop to fix it, and then you see thieves and armed robbers or abductors coming from the bushes to just do stuff. Or that could be actually a ploy by one of these people to do it. Like I said from the very beginning, the first thing to do is to ensure you go to a reputable company. God is Good is good. ITC is also okay. Peace Mass is actually okay, and a few other companies that actually still fly or still do the whole road network thingy. A lot of checkpoints in Owerri to start with. A lot of checkpoints. I would implore you, if you want to get a private car for your family, if you want to get a private or charter a Sienna for your family, please and please ensure not to pick a very young guy to be the driver, because most often than not, they are usually the first target to be stopped on the road by these policemen or people, and then that will further delay you. Because I remember that when I was traveling with God is Good, even our bus was stopped, and the young men there, they were like about 4. The policeman told them to come down, get their boxes, and they opened them and started searching them for whatever they're looking for. I do not know, but you want to avoid that. So if it's possible to go, maybe middle-aged men or even older people, like family men, because that way they feel like these people are not into maybe drugs, yahoo. But if you pick a very young guy, you might have a lot of issues with the security personnel on the road and the traffic people, not traffic, the police on the road. They'll always stop you, do this, do that, search and all that. But when you have a middle-aged man or someone who looks like a family man, not a yopi young man, then you're certain that you're going to have a hitch-free sort of movement going forward. And then another thing, if you're going to charter a Sienna, I wouldn't actually advise to do that. That wouldn't be my first port of call, because I mean, I would rather you go to all the reputable companies again, like God is Good, Peace Mass, and then get your family there. It's safer when you travel in a company of people than when you travel as a family. Like that's how I grew up, right? So my dad will not let all his family members be on the same plane. Never. That's not going to happen. So it's better if I just feel it's safer if you guys go with like Peace Mass or God is Good. I mean, where less than, it's like a 15-seater or 18 or 12-seater bus. It's actually spacious, it's actually air conditioned. You're actually very comfortable, to be honest. You're very comfortable and you don't have to stop to buy anything. So I'd rather you do that than go with a Sienna that you chartered, because again, when you charter these things, you are also more like a target for the men of the underworld again. So they see that, oh, these people have money, maybe something happened and they could not get a plane or something like that, so you are more like a target for these people. So when you try to prevent or block all these loopholes for these people, God willing, God by our side, will be able to defeat these people. Because I mean, we cannot always run away. We have to come home for something. We have to be home for something. So I mean, if the hike in airplanes now is hilarious. Even now, as of now, flights are sold out. You might not be able to get any. But if going by road is your last resort, I feel like this points I've been able to give to you at this point in time might be able to help. Also, if you're coming to Owerri, this is more like a prior information. When you get to Iheala, you will be stopped by security personnel, the army or the police, and then you'll be asked to alight from the bus. Everyone alights from the bus except the driver, and then you trek and cross the border or cross the checkpoint. It happened to us thrice, as you can see in this video. It happened to us thrice, so you have to trek. I don't know why they started, but that started after this unknown gunmen and all that security brouhaha we had in the east in the early parts of earlier this year, right? So that started and that hasn't stopped. So you have to understand that these things are there. So it's better for you if you just comply with it and do it than try to question people or try to disobey and then you get yourself into trouble. So these few points of mine have been able to convince you.
So as a bonus point, while commuting or journeying back to the east, please, if you have any clothing or ornaments that might link you to Biafra, that will not be the best or the appropriate time to wear it, please, because you have a lot. When I mean a lot of checkpoints, there are actually a lot.
Good to come home for Christmas, but it's also good to be safe as you journey back to the homeland. Anyway, excuse my outfit. I'm just coming back for a wedding and I'll be traveling back tomorrow, so I wanted to like quickly do this video and give you guys the update. Well, I think my dress looks pretty. Okay, so I'll leave you guys here. Remember to subscribe, share, like. Until I come your way next time, it's Z on Demand, bringing you all the good things of life.